Hi, welcome, and let me just share this. Okay, first of all, welcome and thank you joining me. It's Sunday morning. Yeah, and I'm still working. Yeah. Okay, so just give me a minute. Okay, I'll just share this link. So I'll make sure everything is running smooth technically and you know just all that checking stuff. Okay, so till that till that time, whoever has joined, write me in the comment hi. Okay, or comment good morning, something like that. So yeah, so good morning as I said, and welcome. So let me see who joined. Okay, so far no technical issues, and so far yes. So hi, welcome to today's live YouTube live, and I'm happy to host you here. So as many of you have seen the post I made and the live I customized and streamed, uh, knowing that there is going to be a new announcement on this channel. Yes, there's going to be a new announcement, and I'm really happy. I'm excited. I am little nervous also, but I'm ready for the surprise and ready to see how it unfolds. So welcome, and let me start with the introduction first. Okay, hi, I'm Akansha Singh. I'm a leadership coach. Okay, hi Akshat. Hi. Hi. So I was introducing myself. So my name is Akansha Singh. I am co-founder and I'm a co-founder and leadership coach at Alternative Leadership. Okay, and we have recently co-founded it. So but I have been working in this profession of coaching since last 2 years. So it's been almost 2.5 years. I have been working in this coaching industry, and till now I have had 50 hours of mentoring when it comes to students. So I have mentored students, which counts about 50 hours, and I have 100 hours of coaching, and I am a certified coach. Let me tell you that. So I have had my formal training under experts, and I am tapped. And in coming months, I'll be receiving my certification from ICF. So yeah, new milestones I'll be hitting. So I'm Akansha Singh. I'm a co-founder and leadership coach at Alternative Leadership. And about that, I'll just start telling what alternative leadership is. Okay. So alternative leadership focuses on leadership skills, and when we say leadership skills, we focus on outward looking, or we think it from outward looking. And our and, initiative and our efforts are to bring people around leadership skills in inward looking. Okay, so that we focus on helping people to achieve their goals. We focus on habit formations, and it is the base of one of our modules which we call SLTW, which full forms as scientific learning technique workshop, where our main focus is to form new habits, so that you achieve your goals, so that you learn new leadership skills. Okay. And also we had recently, recently in a sense last year, we had 4 sessions, 2 workshops and 2 seminars on happiness in life. We introduced it last year. So we also focus on happiness index of life, and that is also taken care under alternative leadership. So moving to what exactly we provide or how we provide. So our services includes one-on-one coaching package, where I am the coach, leadership coach, and you will be working with me as in one-on-one coaching. Okay, where I am the trained coach, and where I help you gain clarity around your goals, clarity around your life, whichever aspect you want to work for. Okay. Next, we make sure you get a practical action plan. We do not just focus on motivating you or reciting some stories or anything. We focus on having a practical action plan, so that you can work it out, so that took you take those action and bring it to your real life, so you could see real impact. So we focus on practical action plan when you are in one-on-one coaching. So we obviously provide some coaching tools, and towards the end of the session, whichever package you choose, last session is dedicated to celebrate your success, because you entered into coaching service because you had some goal. You work on those goals during the coaching sessions, number of sessions you opt for, and towards the end, one session is totally dedicated for your success, celebration of your success. So this is how one-on-one coaching works. And usually I work with people on 3 months basis or 12 sessions, where 12 sessions are over the period of 3 months and sessions are for 1 hour. Okay. So this is how one-on-one coaching service looks like. Okay. And the other service we provide is group coaching, where there's a group and we coach them. Okay. So we had seminar on happiness and SLTW. Then we had workshops on happiness and SLTW. And we also had group coaching on motivation and productivity. Okay. So this is how the two services are. One is coaching, one-on-one coaching, and other one is group coaching. Okay. So before I enter or before I announce about my new module, let me just come back to the comment section and see who has joined till now. Okay. And apologies from my side, there was some mistake when I actually created this event, and I mistakenly noted time of 11 p.m. Okay, so it was actually for 11 a.m. This event was scheduled for 11 a.m. Sunday morning. So apologies for that, and just let me take a minute and see who has joined us. Aditi, good morning Aditi, and welcome to the event. So I was saying the new module, okay, so going back to the new module, and it is going to take some time to explain about the new module, why, what and how. So beginning with the first thing, that is the whole module is based on motivation in life. Okay. And if you had attended my previous live where I talked about motivation in lockdown, you must have seen how keenly I had observed everybody, how keenly I brought new learnings and presented it in that live session. So it is totally, or I would say it is based on 85% motivation is based from that module. And I have worked hard on that module, so I bring people some more insights, some practical insights in their life, so they can learn and they can move forward. Okay, so the one base of new module is on motivation. The another base is ownership. If you have seen my videos, previous videos or previous lives you have attended, and if you have heard my story, which I shared couple of times on Facebook Live or on YouTube Live also. So if you have heard my story and if you have listened to me in my previous videos, you might have come across the word ownership and how much I talk about ownership. I cannot stress this. I cannot stress on that word in today's event, but if you know me, you know how much I am a promoter about ownership and taking ownership of our life. And I always say that taking ownership is the previous step of motivation. If you take ownership of your life, if you take ownership of your goals, if you take ownership of your actions, it adds into your motivation and it doubles, it triples your motivation towards that action or towards that responsibility. So another thing, next thing is based on ownership. Okay, and the third thing is based on happiness. So these are the three bases of new model which I'm going to announce in a minute. Okay, so in a new model you will be boosted with motivation. You will be introduced how to take ownership of your life, and you will be introduced how to find happiness even in this situation or even in any situation. Okay, so these are the three bases: motivation, ownership, and happiness. Okay, moving forward, as I said, there is going to be a combination of M, O, and H. Okay, so new module is based on motivation, ownership, and happiness. Okay, so and it is also a base that we as humans and we as a ambitious person take best out of this pandemic. We do not want to remember this pandemic for the whole crying, for the whole helplessness we felt, or how there was a threat of life. We do want to use this, or we do want to remember this pandemic for something good, something that helped you as a human to move forward, to look forward to life, to look forward to have a hope in life, right? So the another phase of this module is to take best out of pandemic, right? Moving forward, why you should consider enrolling yourself in my new model, or what are the exact benefits, right? So there is obviously a question. Obviously अभी तक कोई सवाल आया होगा, ठीक है, मोटिवेशन ठीक है, ओनरशिप ठीक है, हैप्पीनेस, बट व्हाई, क्यों हम करें आकांक्षा, क्यों हम तुम्हारा कोर्स करें, या क्यों हम तुम्हारे न्यू मॉड्यूल में एनरोल हो, या क्या एग्जैक्टली बेनिफिट है? लेट मी टेल यू इन अ मिनट एंड लेट मी टेक अ सिप ऑफ माय टी. So when it comes to why, okay, the primary goal here with this new module is to be adaptive. Okay, काफी लोगों को समझ आ गया होगा. Many of you might have realized that you needed to be adaptive. You needed to adapt new rules, new regulations, new way of living life. जब हमारा लॉकडाउन डिक्लेयर हुआ, right? So you needed to be adaptive, and you needed to be adaptive not just with way of life or the way you used to live. You needed to be adaptive when it came to your daily schedule, when it came to your way of interacting with people. Now there's no freedom of going out and meeting somebody, or no, there's no freedom of going out on a date in a coffee shop. No, there's no freedom of going out and meeting your relatives, your friends, your mom. I cannot go and meet my mom so easily, right? I can go, but not so easily, right? So there you needed to adapt new ways of interacting, new ways, so you can be in there with touch with them, but yet follow the rules, follow the new rules. And this is right now our new normal. Okay, of course there will be new normal once this whole lockdown is lifted, or once everything normalizes, and once we go past this whole threat of life from this virus. But till that time comes, we have to be adaptive to this normal state, right? So the whole base of the whole idea, or the primary goal, which I always remind myself whenever I do any action, or whenever I have to work for something, I always remind what is the primary goal here, why I'm doing this, why I'm carrying out this action, why I'm stressing myself so hard, what is the reason, why is the reason. So primary goal here is to be adaptive, to be adaptive of situation, to be adaptive of new ways of learning, new ways of living life. Okay, so that is the main why. Once you enroll in this program, once you enroll in this module, we will make sure, I will make sure to give you that perspective where you could be, where you can be adaptive. Okay, and the next is learn learn from pandemic. Okay, of course there will come a time where everything will normalize, like just I said, give me a minute, where everything will be normalized, we'll go back to schools, we'll go back to colleges, we go back to normal way of socializing. You can go out, you can go out and have your normal work day in your office, not from home. And where you could go out on a date, not just have a date virtually, or everything, right? There will come a time where everything will normalize. But what about now? How you are passing this time now? Are you learning from it, or are you just dragging yourself from one lockdown to second lockdown to third lockdown? How are you taking things in current times, right? That is another base here. That is another why here. So that if you enroll in this new module with me, you will learn to take best out of this pandemic. You will learn from pandemic that even if this situation is so dangerous, so scary, how you can still learn and grow. Okay, that is the another why here. So if you are thinking why should I enroll with you, Akansha, first is I'll make sure you learn to be adaptive. I'll make sure you learn from this pandemic in a more positive way. Okay, and next is exactly what do you want this time to be remembered for, right? And of course, as I said, 1 year later, 2 year later, 2 months later, हम अपनी normal life जीने वाले, that is for sure. Okay, humankind will find a way and will survive, right? And ऐसे ही होता आया है, humankind ने try किया है और survive किया है. अब uncertainty है कि कितने टाइम बाद होगा, 2 महीने बाद होगा, 2 हफ्ते बाद होगा, when we don't know, right? But what you want this time to be remembered for? Okay, I don't know your answer, and probably तुम्हें भी नहीं पता तुम्हारा आंसर क्या है, right? But मुझे पता है मेरा आंसर क्या है. Okay, so what I want this time to be remembered for is, first of all, I will remember this time for rest of my life. Okay, for rest of my life, even if I'm still doing business, or even if I am doing something else in life, or whatever it is I'm leaving, if I'm leaving, I will remember this time. Okay, how and what exactly? Because in this pandemic time, since the first lockdown was declared, I worked so hard so that I established my business online on this digital platform. Until now, I established my business. I got some clients from this whole digital platform. I have got so many people connected to me, and the door open for me to connect with the community of coaches, plus to help so many people. Okay, and this time and this whole 3 lockdown, this is the 4th lockdown, I'll remember this, that I could establish my business, I could help a lot of people, I earned money from my business establishing it from this platform, plus I could connect to the whole beautiful community of coaches where we are learning together, we are helping each other, and we are bringing out best modules, bringing out best efforts, bringing out best content we could for the people. Okay, so remember this time this week that I, even in the amidst of this whole lockdown, I could establish my business. I grew as a person. I became a businesswoman, which I really wanted to, right? So pandemic, businesswoman. Pandemic, businesswoman, right? So 2020 pandemic, I became a businesswoman. That is how I'm going to remember this time, right? So how you are going to remember this time, right? So think of this question and exactly what and how you want to remember this time for. So as I said, मेरे पास मेरा आंसर है, तुम्हारे पास है क्या? तुम्हारे पास आंसर है क्या? तुम्हारे पास क्लैरिटी है क्या जो मेरे पास है? So that is the reason. This is the another why, answer of another why you should be thinking of, you should be considering to enroll in my module. Okay, so these are the whys, these are the benefits. Do you have any questions around it? Let me just give you a minute. Okay, and let me just say that if you have any questions around it, please लिखते चलो कमेंट्स में एंड आई विल मेक श्योर कि मैं उनको टाइम टू टाइम एड्रेस करूं. ओके, सो एंड काफी लोगों को दिख रहा होगा सेटअप दूसरा है. यस, बिकॉज आज मैं अपने बेडरूम में बैठी हूँ. मेरा होम ऑफिस इतना गर्म हो जाता है and while I'm hosting in live, I'm actually sweating because fan I have to off it and I have to actually sweat and host a live. So इसीलिए आज setup अलग है. So yeah, so discussing why you should consider enrolling in my new module. We just discussed that the primary goal is to be adaptive, to learn from pandemic, and what you want this time to be remembered and how. Okay, so moving forward, of course, that one of the things काफी लोगों को सवाल आता है when I say that I could do this, I could do that. I was having an 8 hours of working. I was actually working 8 hours in my daily life, and I actually had, or I'm having 60 hours of week where I work. Okay, that is the whole work counts, or that is the whole hour counts of being productive or being motivated. So a lot of people told me, Akansha, you are privileged. Yes, I'm privileged. I have a home. I don't have to worry where my next meal is coming from. I have internet. I have a security of my life. Yes, right. I am privileged. Yes, and I do not have to worry where I'll be sleeping, whether I'll be sleeping on road or whether I'll be sleeping on a railway track. Okay, and whether I'll be beaten up, whether I'll be beaten up while going to my village. Yes, in that sense, I'm privileged. Okay, but even if I'm privileged, I made sure that I use this privilege wisely, and that is really important. If you are privileged, if you have a home, if you do not have to worry where your next meal is coming from, and you do not have to worry whether or not you're connected with your people or internet, you cannot just waste that privilege by binge watching or by just dragging your life, dragging your days one after another, and dragging your life from one lockdown to another lockdown. You cannot do that, right? You're not, if you're doing that, you are not using your privileges wisely. But I did. I made sure that all the facilities I have, all the privileges I have, I used it wisely, right? I learned a lot. In fact, I took it so hard on myself, in fact, that I made sure that I'm learning something good from this lockdown. I enrolled myself in new courses. I worked hard to establish this business. I worked hard for everything what I have earned. So, yes, I'm privileged, but I used it wisely. So, let me ask you, are you privileged? And if yes, are you using your privilege wisely? And if not, or if you're unclear of, do you want to use your privilege wisely? Then you should, if you want to use your privilege wisely, then you should consider enrolling yourself in this module. Okay? So, moving forward, new normal. So, of course, as I said, we will have a new normal once this whole lockdown lifts, and once we either have a solution of life, how we can lead our normal life. Once we have that, how my module is going to benefit you. Of course, right? You just don't want to have a module, or you just don't want to enroll in a module where you enroll, learn something, but you cannot use it in your normal life, right? So how you are going to use what you learned from this module. So if you enroll in my module, it will make sure, I mean, the way you will be learning and the way you will be getting new insights will help you stand out in your interview. Okay? And this is the fact, by the time lockdown opens or by the time the whole lockdown lifts, a lot of people will actually lose their job. बहुत होने वाला है, अभी भी काफी लोगों को हो गया है. I'm not scaring, but I'm just saying that you should be using this time wisely. Okay? So learning from this module will be that you will stand out in your interview because तुम्हें एक नया पर्सपेक्टिव मिला होगा, because you will be adaptive and you will be motivated. You will have clarity how to be motivated in your life. You will have clarity because तुमने अपनी ownership ली होगी अपने success की. Okay, you will stand out in interview. You will gain new perspective of life. You will make sure that जो भी सिचुएशन है तुम्हारे सामने, उसको तुम नए पर्सपेक्टिव से कैसे आगे बढ़ सकते हो, कैसे सीख सकते हो, कैसे अपने आप को efficiently and wisely you will take forward. Okay, so you will gain new perspective of life, and of course you will gain clarity of what is in control and what is not. Okay, and you will learn how to bring that sense of clarity about control in now. Okay, so this is another advantage, or this is another advantage you can see where you can use this in your new normal life. Okay, so I'll just explain you bit if you want. Okay, so and of course new perspective of life is where तुम्हें समझ आ गया कि अच्छा चीजें क्या हो रही है, क्या सिचुएशन है, and what are my values and what are my core strengths जो मैं अपने न्यू नॉर्मल में यूज कर सकती हूँ या कर सकता हूँ. When I said कि मैं जैसे ही लॉकडाउन स्टार्ट हुआ and I decided, okay, I'm getting enough time and I should consider establishing my business online, I knew what are my strengths and what are the values I carry as a human and as a coach. Okay, and that helped me to be adaptive with the time and to be adaptive in such a way that I use those strengths and I use those values to have a new future. Okay, so and I'm working for our new future, for my family, for me. So because I had a perspective in my life, I stood out even in this lockdown period. So if people know me, और किसी को अगर मैं बोलूँ कि भाई 4 लॉकडाउन में ये चीजें हुई है, ये चीजें मैंने करी है अपने बिजनेस के लिए, अपने लिए, देखिए ये मेरा काउंट है, of course I will stand out, right? Even if कि अगर मैं इस न्यू नॉर्मल में let's imagine कि मैं एक जॉब इंटरव्यू के लिए जा रही हूँ and I tell them कि देखो ये फर्स्ट लॉकडाउन में मैंने ये चीज सेटअप की, सेकंड लॉकडाउन में मैंने ये किया, थर्ड लॉकडाउन तक मेरे पास क्लाइंट्स थे, फोर्थ लॉकडाउन में मैं अपना न्यू मॉड्यूल लॉन्च कर चुकी थी. टेल मी कैसे नहीं कोई मुझे कंसीडर करेगा अपनी न्यू जॉब के लिए, अपनी न्यू पोजीशन के लिए? टेल मी क्यों कोई नहीं चाहेगा कि अगर इसने 4 लॉकडाउन में इतनी चीजें की है और ये हमारी कंपनी के साथ जुड़ेगी या ये हमारे साथ जुड़ेगी हमारी टीम में, तो क्या सक्सेस लेके आएगी, राइट? इट विल आई विल स्टैंड आउट, क्योंकि उन्हें दिख रहा होगा कि मैंने क्या किया, मैंने कैसे बेस्ट यूज किया, and how clear I am and how confident I am, right? So that is how you stand out. If you know what are your strengths, what are your values, and if you have that perspective in life, okay, lockdown aa raha, but how I am going to make use of this lockdown, how I am going to make use of this whole time जहाँ पूरी दुनिया binge watching कर रही है और मैं अपना ऑनलाइन बिजनेस सेटअप करके क्लाइंट्स ले, राइट? So that is how perspective works. That is how being adaptive works. That is how you stand out, right? So having clarity, और मुझे पता था कि चीजें मेरे कंट्रोल में क्या क्या है. I knew मैं वायरस को कंट्रोल नहीं कर सकती. I knew the whole lockdown, the regulations I could not control. But I knew मेरे कंट्रोल में क्या है. मैं कितने घंटे काम कर सकती हूँ, मैं क्या कर सकती हूँ, मेरे कंट्रोल में क्या. I knew that, right? So that is how I stood out in this whole four lockdowns, and that is how you will stand out once you have new normal, right? So moving forward, it won't be wrong if I tell you that you should start working on your motivation now. Already fourth lockdown आ गया है, ठीक है? Enough time binge watching कर ली है, enough time स्ट्रेस हुए हैं, इनफ टाइम एंजाइटी में बिताया है, और इनफ टाइम सल किया है कि यार कैसे हो गया, क्यों हो गया, गवर्नमेंट काम नहीं कर रही है, एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन काम नहीं कर रही है. बट व्हाट आर यू डूइंग, ओके? एंड हाउ यू कैन बी प्रोडक्टिव इफ यू आर प्रिविलेज्ड, ओके? सो टाइम इज नाउ टू वर्क ऑन योर मोटिवेशन, to take ownership of your life. Unless you take ownership of your life, your success, things are not going to change. You won't be motivated to work even a single day or even a single hour, okay? So time is now to take ownership of your life. And time is now to introduce happiness into your life. If I'm working 60 hours a week, if I'm working for my business, if I'm helping people to unleash their potential or to be best version of themselves even in this lockdown, मेरा अपना happiness का क्या हो रहा है, whether I'm happy or not. And let me tell you, I'm really happy. Reward, I have weekly rewards which I look forward to, okay? Sundays, nowadays I'm really excited to have lives, YouTube lives or Facebook lives on Sunday, and my weekly reward is on Saturday evening, where we have a nice good dish we cook, and we either watch a movie or either watch any series. Or let me tell you, since this is a fourth lockdown, हमने पूरे 4 लॉकडाउन में binge watching की ही नहीं है. It's hardly 1 or 2 episodes, okay? So I look forward to every evening when we have a cup of tea and we discuss things and we have our time. I look forward to my book reading time. I look forward where we are chill, and we in a sense, me and my husband, and I'm happy. Everything is going on. We are working hard, we are working for our future, but the base happiness is there, and that is important. At the end of the day, when you are done with your classes, when you are done with your work, at the end of the day, you need to be happy with yourself, okay? And in this whole 4-week lockdowns, I actually, in my personal productiveness and my business productiveness, I have hit at least 3 milestones, and I'm happy. We actually celebrated it last night, and that is important. Even if you're motivated, even if you're productive, and even if you're taking ownership of your success, at the end of the day, happiness matter, and to maintain that base happiness is also important. So time is now to work on your happiness too, okay? So the whole thing is, okay, 6 days of motivation, ownership, and happiness. So this is the main content, this is the main announcement here. So new program, new module is 6 days of motivation, ownership and happiness. And I'll be just enrolling 7 people because I do not want the group to be crowded and I do not want group to be a mess. Okay, I want कि उतने ही लोग रहे जिन पे मैं पर्सनली ध्यान दूँ, मैं ध्यान दूँ कि उनकी प्रोग्रेस क्या चल रही है, एंड I want to make sure I'm helping them gain more insight. So number of participants will be just 7. Okay, and I do not want anyone to enroll in this. I just want people who are ambitious, passionate and ready to gear up. Okay, who are ready to work on their success, who are ready to work so that they gain most of the out of this module and most out of this pandemic. So I just do not want anybody to enroll. Okay, and other than that, there will be 90 minutes of virtual lectures on Zoom, जहाँ पे मैं 90 minutes के lectures लूँगी, and it will be of 6 days. Okay, 6 days हमारे 90 minutes of lectures होंगे. There will be assignments which I'll give you after this, after every lecture, which you have to do and submit before we have our new lecture. Okay, and we'll have an intimate WhatsApp group जहाँ पे सब connected रहेंगे, and all the people or the participants जो group के होंगे, module के होंगे, they could contact me and we could all learn together. Okay, this is how mass motivation works, this is how mass journey begins. Okay, so we'll have an intimate WhatsApp group. I'll always provide you assignments after every lecture we have, and you have to submit the lectures, sorry, you have to submit the assignment before we have next lecture. And this new module is going to start from 10th of June. Okay, next month. Today is 25th of May. From 10th of June 2020, it is going to start. On 10th of June, we'll have our first introduction when it related to module. And the price of this module is just 3,000 rupees. Okay, one person pays 3,000 rupees. And that is how 7 people will come, and that is how we are going to have an intimate WhatsApp group where we'll be connected. You will be submitting all your assignments to me, and we'll have 90 minutes of virtual lectures on Zoom. Okay, and it is an advantage for you right now, working on your motivation, your ownership and happiness in just 3,000 rupees will not be available on any other platform. Okay, so let me just quickly introduce you or bring your awareness how you can enroll or how you can join. So all you have to do is sign up by visiting the site. I have already given the link of sign up in the link, or so you can click on that link and sign up. So what you have to do is click on that link, fill out your details, and I'll make sure I'll follow up with you. Okay, and once everything is confirmed, I'll send you exact details about the modules. Okay, so I'll send you details when you confirm me with payments. Okay, and the reason when I said you have advantage here is we started our journey from YouTube channel. The very first thing we established or we started was YouTube channel a year back. In fact, हमने इस मई महीने में एक साल 1 year anniversary with YouTube have achieved, I would say. तो इसीलिए सबसे पहली announcement यहाँ हुई है, and इसके बाद a proper ad is going to run. Okay, and of course I'll be having a lot of people joining me. So I wanted to give advantage to the YouTube family here कि तुम्हें अगर इस मॉड्यूल में इंटरेस्ट है और तुम चाहते हो कि तुम्हारा भी ये गोल हो कि तुम अडेप्टिव रहो और कुछ सीखो, पर्सपेक्टिव लेके आओ अपनी लाइफ में, जहाँ तुम्हारी सिचुएशन कुछ भी हो तुम उसका बेस्ट यूज कर सको, तो तुम्हारे लिए एडवांटेज है कि तुम जल्दी से जल्दी साइन अप कर सकते हो. लिंक डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में दे रखी है. ठीक है, साइन अप हियर करके एक लिंक दी है, क्लिक करो, you'll be directed to the page, contact page on my website, और अपनी details fill करो, ठीक है? Details fill करो and let me know why you want to be in this whole new module. Okay, so that is the advantage I'm giving you. So sign up as soon as possible. So that is the whole announcement, and I did it. So of course, at the beginning, I was so nervous, I was so excited also, and I was happy that I'm in this stage where in the fourth lockdown, this is my progress, and I'm here to pull people in my group and work with them. Okay, I'll be happy to see you on that journey where सात लोगों के साथ मैं काम करूंगी, and I'll make sure I'll be meeting them, I'll be giving my best to them. So I'll be happy to see you on the journey. Okay, so sign up, get enrolled, and we'll love to have you on board. Okay, so sign up soon, and thank you for joining me today. And thank you. थोड़ी मिस्टेक्स हुई टेक्निकलिटी में, 11 PM का टाइम सेट हो गया जबकि वो 11 AM के लिए था, but still thank you for joining, and thank you whoever are going to watch it afterwards. But make sure you sign up, make sure you learn, make sure you grow. Okay, so with that, I'm almost towards the end. Let me know if anybody wants to ask questions, or let me know if anybody has any query around this. I will happy to address that. Okay, and with that, tomorrow or day after tomorrow, proper post related to this announcement will be uploaded on all the social media platforms, and I'll be asking world at general or people at general to enroll in this. So make sure you use the benefit. As I said, if you want to use your privilege wisely, make sure you use this advantage wisely. And let me tell you, there is a age limit which I didn't mention in this, and the age limit is of 20 years onwards. Okay, so 20 साल के ऊपर के लोग मैं चाहती हूँ कि एड्रेस या एनरोल करें इस मॉड्यूल में. Do you have any questions? Let me know. Hello, Azrapirzadeh. Hello, sorry if I'm pronouncing it right. Hello, thank you for joining me. Thank you to join on this live session. Okay, so far no real queries, no real questions. I hope you got it rightly with the right perspective what this module is going to be and how it's going to benefit you and how you are going to learn from this benefit. And I hope you got all the details clear. Who can join, how you can join, and what you can expect from this module. So if you are clear and if you do not have any other questions, I'll call it a wrap. Okay, so see you soon. If you are thinking or if you are considering to enroll, see you on the journey. Bye.